Welcome to this week's experiment. This week we are playing around with something called the power of proud. Now, this experiment comes from the brilliant book, The Idea in You, by Martin and Moore and Alex Pellew. And it's all about undoing the great job our minds do of focusing on our underachievements. Now, the problem when we do that and we focus on what we haven't achieved or what we haven't actually, or what we haven't worked towards, is that our thoughts create that reality because it stops us from even having a go in the first place, so that it never actually comes to fruition. So, and then on top of that, when we get into those negative thought patterns around what we haven't achieved and done, our minds actually actively discount the achievements that we have achieved, the things that we have done. Almost like it wipes it from memory, so that we get caught in that negative vortex or void and can't get out. So this particular experiment aims to turn that on its head and get you to actually focus on your achievements, so that it gets you into a positive brain state to be able to go tackle the things that you want to tackle and work towards the things that you want to make happen. So all you need for this particular experiment is a piece of paper and a pen. And when you have that, I just want you to draw 8 circles on that piece of paper. Now, when you've got 8 circles, again, very simply, inside those circles, I want you to write down one thing in each circle that you are particularly proud of, or that you're even mildly proud of as an achievement. Now, these don't have to be huge, great big things. They can be, tiny things. It doesn't really matter what you put in, as long as you absolutely get to the number 8. So if you want to include the badges that you won as a brownie or a scout, or the A that you got in general studies, or anything else at all, then feel free. It doesn't matter what you write down, so long as you did it. Now, it also doesn't matter what you imagine other people will judge as good achievements or not, because it's got nothing to do with anybody else. This is literally for you. So just take some time to write down 8 things. And be aware that typically, by the time you get to 4 or 5, it's going to feel quite tough, because it does for most people. But I want you to push through it, dig deep, and absolutely get to 8. Now, if you need to look at your Facebook news feed for ideas, flip through an old photo album, or even phone a friend or 2, do what you need to do in order to capture 8 achievements that you are proud of. Now, once you've done that and you've got it written down, the whole point of this is to remind yourself how amazing you are, that you have character and that you can achieve things and that you've never done before. So instead of focusing on the gaps in your experience, you're actually looking back and getting positive thinking power from the things that you have done. So, as you've captured your achievements down, put that piece of paper somewhere where you can see it. Or dig it out when you're about to, or you're thinking about working towards, or trying to achieve particular things. Call it to mind and put yourself in a positive brain space so that you can actually take the next step without getting lumbered by negative thoughts and feelings. So have a go at it, enjoy, and I will see you next week.